Activism. It's thankless work done by many in the trenches day by day. And according to CBS's new show, it's a shiny floor spectacle full of competition and hijinks and likes and dislikes on Twitter.
The pressure at CBS over their wildly tone-deaf show finally reached a boiling point last week. The TV series The Activist, which caused an uproar when it was announced on social media, is officially being retooled in the wake of criticism about the nature of the show, pitting activists against each other to compete for resources.
This announcement alone, regardless of what the show will actually do, but this announcement is honestly really great in opening up the conversation about why the nonprofit model, the charity model, the philanthropy model in America is not the best way for causes to get the support and money that they need. Just the insane hurdles activists and organizers and charity workers have to go through just to get funding for people's basic needs. And that's how it works. That is literally how nonprofit works. The nonprofits work in the United States. The amount of people who had to approve this project is another table I would love to have been at.
Interestingly, though, the show is already shot and edited, as it was set to premiere this October, and there are no plans to fully reshoot it under a new format, but the show's producers have announced they will dramatically reformat it, dropping the competitive elements to become a one-time documentary special rather than a 5-episode series. The executive said, "It has become apparent the format of the show, as announced, distracts from the vital work these incredible activists do in their communities every day."
But first off, you kind of just have to laugh at how there clearly wasn't any sort of activist in this process in development.
As I mentioned last week on the Power Panel, the concept of the show truly embodies the worst parts of charity and capitalism, systems that activists have to fight against constantly in trying to secure funding and recognition for their causes.
They did not pick even remotely appropriate people for this show, on top of what I think is just sort of a bizarre concept. But I actually think that the best reactions have come from people like Naomi Klein, who said, "Is this an advanced Marxist critique to expose how competition for money and attention pits activists against each other and undermines deep change?" Because that is actually how the American charity model works.
Adding more of that and then blasting it to an audience of millions didn't sit right with me and millions as we go into year 2 of a global pandemic, with safety nets like unemployment assistance running out, the eviction moratorium doomed to expire, and millions upon millions continuing to face systemic poverty in the United States, not to mention across the globe. I'm not quite sure this campaign against the activists counts as activism, as Julian Hough was quick to say, but it sure is a good sign. It seems like it was also a necessary learning opportunity for certain Hollywood elites.